My name is Stephen O'Neill and welcome to the latest Iscah video Q&A about the skilled visa, RSMS points test and the 485 visa. Okay, straight on to the first question. Hi, I'm from Melbourne studying commercial cookery and will complete next month a certificate 4. After completing this, can I go on for an RSMS or do I have to complete the rest of my 573 degree studies? Okay, so the skill level for an RSMS as a tradesperson is a certificate 4. So if you have obtained that, yes, you can apply for the 187 visa. There's no requirement that you go on and complete or carry on your studies. Immigration will go on processing the 187 application. They could cancel your student visa because you've left that course before you've completed whatever your COE was for, but that will not affect your 187 visa application, and ultimately if they grant that visa, then you're fine. Hi, I've done 1 year on my 457 visa. How long do I have to wait to apply for my PR? I only have 5s in my IELTS. Okay, so if you're on a 457 and trying to apply for permanent residence through a company sponsorship on the lower English language requirement, which is 5s in IELTS instead of 6s, you must stay on the 457 visa for a 2-year period with the same company. So this person's still going to have 1 year to go. Immigration was or have suggested to change that criteria from 2 years with one company to 1 year with one company and 1 year with a second company. That law hasn't been brought in yet. There's no indication that it will be. So at the moment, this person would have to work another 12 months with the same company. Okay, hi Iscah, I need to know what will be the cut-off point for accountant in the upcoming invitation. Is it still likely to be 70 points? Will I have a chance for 65 points? Okay, so the latest invitation was again at 70 points only or above. There were still some people did not get an invite at 70. They might only be a few days away from getting an invite in the next round. So, but they did not get down to 65 points. The last time 65 pointers were invited, it was September 2015 EOIs. So I would say anyone who's got an EOI that's been lodged after November 2015 won't get an invite before the 1st of July this year, because I don't think they'll get to the 65s that recently. Anyone before November might get a chance before the 1st of July. Okay, hi there, good evening. I'm on a 187 visa. It's been about 3 weeks since my visa was granted. Now in my workplace, my head chef is not treating me well. In that condition, can I change my job from this place to another place? Okay, so on a 187 visa, you're committing to work for a company for a 2-year period. If you leave within those first 2 years, immigration are going to look at why you left and whether that was your fault, the company's fault, really whether you were to blame or not. So they would like to see you stay there for a significant period of time. 2 years would be great. 1 year helps you a lot. If you do leave within the first 2 years, it's really important you still try and work in a regional area and you try and find work in a similar occupation. That will lessen the chance immigration will cancel your visa. If your employer makes you leave, again, they'll look at how much did you try to stay there, and if you tried your best to stay there and then they just made you redundant, but you lived in the same region, same occupation, chances are immigration wouldn't cancel. If you leave after 3 weeks because you're having issues at the workplace, there is a chance they will cancel. You're going to have to really be able to prove that made your work untenable. Maybe have evidence of the complaints that you've put in to your management. Maybe you put complaints into industrial relations or workplace relations. So there is a lot of risk if you leave in such a quick period. Okay, hi there, hope it's all going well. I'd like to know about the RSMS visa. Does it require me to start work with the employer before the visa is granted? After the visa is granted, do I have to start work straight away? Okay, so for a 187 visa, you do not have to work for the company before the visa is granted. It does help if you are, because you're able to prove more that that company really does need you, but there's no requirement by law that you have to be working for the company. Once it's granted to you, you have a 6-month period in which to commence work if you're living in Australia at that time. And if you start within the 6 months, immigration are happy with that. Okay, hi there. I need to know whether immigration is considering 60 points or not for invitations under Skill Select. I heard they are entertaining 65 and 70 points only. For nearly every occupation, 60 points is enough to get an invite. Accountants and some of the IT occupations, you need 65 and 70 points, but all the other occupations are being invited at 60 points within a couple of weeks of getting an EOI lodged. One or two occupations have started to close. One of the engineering ones did a couple of weeks ago, but generally 60 points is enough to get an invite. Hi there, I've got one more question, hope you will help me out. We are on a 489 visa, living in a regional area. To meet the 887 criteria, who must work full-time? Is it the main applicant or can the dependent work full-time? Okay, so a 489 visa requires you to live in a regional area, and to get your permanent residence, someone has to be on that visa for 2 years, living in the regional area for 2 years, and finding 12 months of any work full-time. That can be either the spouse or it can be the main applicant. Either one can meet the main criteria for the 489 visa. So in this situation, if you were the main applicant for the 887, it is okay for your spouse to meet all the, if you were the main applicant for the 489 visa, it is okay for your spouse to be the main applicant for the 887 visa, as long as they meet the work, the residence and hold the visa for 2 years. And then you'll become the dependent on that new application. Okay, I had a question. Can I apply for state sponsorship in WA as an accountant for a 190 visa? Okay, so accountant is on the Schedule 2 list in WA. That means not only do you need to have 1 year work experience in Australia or 3 years overseas, but you also require a full-time job offer for 12 months. So WA is sponsoring, but it is difficult to obtain all of that criteria. And generally, if you're going to need a job offer for 12 months, or you need 12 months work experience, the chances are you probably would have gone RSMS anyway in WA. So I think the state government are not really processing a lot of accountants at all at the moment. Hi, I had already done my Bachelor of Commerce, Master of Commerce and Bachelor of Education from India. Currently I'm doing the last year of my Masters of Professional Accounting. My husband has completed a law degree. I want to know, can I claim 5 points for my husband's qualification? Okay, so to get partner points of 5 points, your partner has to have a skills assessment in an occupation that is on the same list that you used for your application. So if you're applying for the 189, your occupation will be on the skilled occupation list. That means your partner has to have a skills assessment in an occupation on the same list. If you're sponsored by a state government, that means that you are on the larger CSOL list. Your partner then has to have a skills assessment in an occupation on that list. That's a really important distinction. Okay, I'm studying a Masters of Telecommunication and Network Engineering. Can you please tell me who is the assessing authority, ACS or Engineers Australia? Can I go to either one to have my degree assessed? Okay, so if you believe you meet the assessment of both assessing bodies, and they've got their criteria clearly on their website, you would choose Engineers Australia, because Engineers Australia doesn't need 12 months work experience. It's a much easier assessment. If you go to the ACS, they won't give you a full assessment for the points test until you've got 12 months work. So in that choice, Engineers Australia. Hi sir, I've lodged my external audit to EOI in January, 60 points. Is there any chance I'll get an invite from July onwards as an external auditor? Okay, so for that to happen, external auditor has to remain on the skilled list. We don't know yet. We'll have to see that skilled list nearer to July. The other thing is, at 60 points, I don't think you'll get an invite. The problem is there'll be so many people who will have already lodged EOIs before you for external auditor. They'll still be in the queue for a couple of years. I think they will probably eat up all of those positions before they get to yours. So to me, you're going to have to apply under a different occupation or get yourself to 70 points, which likely will need improved English marks. Hi there, I'm on a student visa. I'm working for a company that does software development and related IT work. They want to sponsor me. They've only got 2 employees. I've got a bachelor degree in a Bachelor of Administration and Marketing specialisation in my Master's degree. Can I apply for a 457 or an RSMS visa? Okay, so that's going to be really hard for you to get sponsored. A small IT company, probably retail manager doesn't work, it's not large enough. Marketing specialist, they probably don't need a full-time marketing specialist, wouldn't need a full-time accountant, it's so small. They probably only need IT workers. IT workers need 5 years work experience in the profession or a related bachelor degree. You don't have either one, so to me you can't get sponsored for a company visa through that organisation. Okay, next question. I finished my course package, which is Cert 3 and Cert 4 in Automotive Technology, a Diploma of Business which adds up to 2 years. I've got a positive skills assessment from the TRA as a motor mechanic. Is it possible to apply for the graduate visa with this combination? Okay, so immigration will accept a Cert 3, a Cert 4 in Automotive Technology and a Diploma of Business, and normally allow that combination for motor mechanic on the basis that a lot of tradespeople will run their own business, they'll be self-employed. A significant number enough for the department to consider those as a combination and meet the 2-year study rule. That used to be written into their policy. It's not now, but our experience is immigration are still approving tradespeople with a Diploma of Business to meet the 2 years. So I'd say 85–90% that would be okay. The interesting thing is, if immigration refuse it, you're almost no chance of winning your appeal, because at the tribunal, the AAT, they don't accept that combination. But immigration are approving that at the moment under all the applications we've lodged with that combination. Okay, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope that helps you with your applications. If you need any help with managing your own visa applications, please get in touch with us on our website, www.iscah.com, or call us for a consultation. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thank you.